Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 24 and Be With Me, Book of Hebrews. This is season 22, the 22nd book of the New Testament. We're in Hebrews chapter number 7, and we're going to talk today with this title, Draw Near to Indestruction. We've been in the section where he's talking about this super priest from the olden days, Melchizedek. He's outside the line of Levites, and he's greater than Abraham, and Abraham gives him a tithe and an allegiance. But he's only a shadow. The real super priest is going to be Jesus. So if you are apt to seek justification before God via the old Levitical system, the old Levitical priesthood, this section is obviously to disabuse you of that and turn you towards Jesus. Because what qualifies Jesus to step into this intercessory role for us? Well, it's his indestructible, the power of his indestructible life. And it's perfect and substitutionary and intercessory and it's exemplary and it's strong and it's effective. It actually works. So the point here is that Jesus is superior to the old way. He's the better hope, as it says. Sounds like a Star Wars title. So then he's superior to the old way of Moses and Melchizedek. So there's a challenge, though, why does God bother with all this? Well, it's to save, to give us access. And who is that access for? For those who draw near. And that's going to be our conclusion today. Read with me from Hebrews chapter 7. I'm going to start in verse 11. Now, if perfection had been attainable through the Levitical priesthood, for under it the people received the law, what further need would we have for another priest to arise after the order of Melchizedek, rather than the one named after the order of Aaron? For when there is a change in the priesthood, there necessarily is a change in the law as well. For the one whom these things are spoken belonged to another tribe, from whom no one has ever served at the altar. For it is evident that our Lord was descended from Judah. I'm talking about Jesus now. And in connection with that tribe, Moses said nothing about priests. This becomes even more evident when another priest arises in the likeness of Melchizedek. So Jesus is not coming through the Levitical line is the point here. He's coming through the Davidic line. Verse 16, who has become a priest not on the basis of legal requirement concerning bodily descent, but by the power of an indestructible life. So that's kind of what qualifies Jesus to step in here. Verse 17, for it is witnessed of him, you are a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. For on one hand, a former commandment is set aside because of its weakness and uselessness. For the law made nothing perfect. But on the other hand, a better hope is introduced through which we draw near to God. That's the big action point today. Verse 20, and it was not without an oath, for those who formerly became priests were made such without an oath. But this one was made priest with an oath by the one who said to him, the Lord has sworn and will not change his mind. You are a priest forever. This makes Jesus the guarantor of a better covenant. No kidding. Verse 23. The former priests were made many in number because they were prevented by death from continuing in office. But he holds his priesthood permanently because he continues forever. Verse 25, our last verse. Consequently, he is able to save to the uttermost those who draw near to God through him, since he always lives to make intercession for them. All right, so this is a charge here today, a call to draw near to God. It allows us to draw near to him. So if you wish to draw near to God, if you feel his tug, if you feel that God has been near, probably, guess what? God's been drawing you. John 6:44 says, no one can come to me unless the Father draws him. And today we're going to find the other side of that coin, which is we are supposed to draw near to him. To who? Well, he's our forever priest. The old one kept dying off, kind of the tyranny of the death of the position. But Jesus is this guarantor of a better covenant. He is the indestructible life, the permanent one, and maintains this power forever. So he is superior, he's permanent, he's ongoing, and this is effective. This is a God-ordained position, a God-planned position. Why all these qualifications? Why this exemplary character? Why all this right behavior? Why? So that all these spiritual resources that Jesus has can be brought to bear on a massive and yet unsolved problem. What is that? Salvation. He is able to save. Who? Us. Rescue. Deliver from, bring safely through. And how so? To the uttermost, completely, all time, forever. And what qualifies us to get in that boat? It's those who draw near. So we get close to God through Jesus by faith. So does God require his family to draw near to him? Yes, that's what this passage says. He's able to save to the uttermost those who, what? Draw near. And on the other hand, is God drawing those that he's elected to be in his family? Of course. But the command today is to draw near. So who does this? Well, it's Jesus. What is his like? He has this unbelievable power, this indestructible life. It's permanent. It's always ongoing. So he is qualified. And why? To do what? Well, to save to the uttermost, to save completely, to save forever, to the fullest extent. Why does he bother to do this? Well, he's calling a certain group of people. He's drawing his called near. He's commanding us now to draw near to him. So don't you wish to draw near to the power of this indestructible person who lives forever to save completely? Has he been drawing you? Draw near to God through him. So he's done his part. He's been indestructible. He's lived this powerful life. He's sacrificed, and he is able to save completely. Who? Those who are willing to be saved. So how do I do this? Well, draw near. What kind of people get saved? It's those that draw near to him. So today, draw near. The passage says, consequently, he is able to save to the uttermost, completely, those who draw near to God through him. Let's draw near today. Thanks for listening.